After having the AMEX Gold Card for over 5 months, I can confidently say that because you know that spending more money is going to get you more points, you're going to mentally, subconsciously start spending more money so that you can rack up more points, especially after you book your first flight or hotel just with points. And that's the part you have to watch out for and be careful with, because if not, you're going to look at your weekly spending and be like, what did I, like, how did we get here? All right, I'm not saying that's what happened to me, because all these purchases were pretty much planned, but let's just take a look at what the heck I spent. I spent more than I have ever spent in a week since I've had credit in my entire life. So let's take a look at it. And I will say some of these purchases are for my mom, because she's an authorized user on my card. If you watch any of my Amex which I spend in a week video, they say that every single time. But most of this, half of it, we'll say half of it, and when you see the total at the end, that's still going to be a lot, but half of it is me. So let's start. We're starting, this is from March 29th to April 5th. So on March 29th, we went out to eat twice. So, and they didn't give me the 4 times the points. I say this in every video too. So you have to go back and look at your spending, because sometimes you'll go to a restaurant where you should have earned 4 times the points and they did not give you 4 times the points. So that's the very first purchase in this week. We went out to eat at this waffle place. It was really, really good, but they're not giving us the 4 times the points. We spent $45.60 there. So I'm gonna have to open up the chat box with them after I'm done with this video, because this happened to me last week in a transaction last week as well, where they did not give me 4 times the points on a restaurant. So then after we went out to that waffle place, we were like, okay, we could go home now. But then we walked past this Korean restaurant, and my mom's like, let's just go inside and look at the menu. I don't know why she did that, but that's what we did. And we were like, nah, we gotta sit down and eat here too. So that was really, really delicious. That was $84.24. Earned 4 times the points on that. Then earlier that morning, I don't know why the transactions posted after, but earlier that morning before we went out, we booked a flight. Those flights were really expensive. I think my mom spent, I'm paying for my own flight, but for hers and her children that are also my siblings, but those are her kids, I think theirs were like $1,100 or $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. So more like on the $1,100 side. So that was the way JetBlue does it. They break it up into 4 purchases, $352.96 each, and I earned 3 times the points on those as well. Then we went to this store, I think it was a Japanese store, where they had like all kinds of different things, like chips from Japan, and just things that you wouldn't normally be able to buy in the US, which I thought was really, really cool. $8.69 there. That was a purchase that my mom did. And then she also bought travel insurance for our tickets, because we're leaving at a time where it'll be really cold and it snows where I live, so we don't want to get caught up in not being able to make it to the airport because of snow and ice and then have to lose our trip. So that was $91.76. Then the next day, March 30th, she spent $17.90 on IHOP. We got the 4 times the points for that. I spent money on something that I can't disclose yet, but I'm going to be doing an in-depth video on it really, really soon. That was $283.90. And then I spent $4 on marinara sauce at a pizza place. Got 4 times the points on that. Went to Dollar Tree, $6.69. I went to Dollar Tree twice. $3.84. I don't remember going to Dollar Tree twice, but oh, I do remember. I went there to get what did I get from Dollar Tree? I know the second time I went to get chips. I can't remember what I bought the first time. That's crazy. Then I spent $10.15 on Amazon. I went to the mall and bought a dress. We are now on March 31st. I had a birthday dinner to go to, so that was on Friday. I went to the store, bought a dress for $36.90. I went to buy shoes for the dress, $21.99. I went to the Cheesecake Factory and bought cheesecake. So I did this on March 31st. I spent $20.52 because I bought 2 cheesecakes, and I wanted to see if they were going to give me the credit for it, but it posted. Oh, that's so annoying. I thought if I bought the cheesecake on the 31st, I was going to post on April 1st and I was going to get the $10 thing, the statement credit, but it didn't work that way. So I guess I'm stuck with that charge, which is cool. No big deal. Sunoco, this is March 31st. Again, I put $25 in the tank. It went over, so a little over the meter to full. Then I spent $2 on parking at the mall because I was in there for so long trying to find an outfit. My mom spent $23.60 on garlic bread for me because I went to IHOP and picked up her kids' pancakes. I spent $410 on something that goes along with that $283 charge that I can't disclose yet, but I'm going to make a video on it. It's going to be really fun, and that'll be in like a month. I went to Stop and Shop to buy nail polish. That was $6.40. Got 4 times the points on that. I went to McDonald's, spent $1.89, got 4 times the points on that. My mom went to a restaurant for takeout, $23.44, 4 times the points on that. She went to a grocery store, $4.11, got 4 times the points on that. So that was a lot that one day. That was, whoa. Let me count up these transactions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 transactions in one day. And on April 1st, I'm really excited about this. I spent $180.15 on tickets to see Kevin Hart. So I'm really, really excited about that. I've never seen Kevin Hart live, but I watched a lot of his Netflix specials. They are really funny to me. I think he's great, and I love his movies as well. If you haven't watched The Man from Toronto, it's on Netflix. I think that's what it's called, The Man from Toronto. I love that movie. Any of his movies are really great, honestly, in my opinion. I love him on screen. And we went out to my friend's birthday dinner, which was $87.98, and again, no 4 times the points on that transaction. These transactions have posted, and they clear as day in the description. Well, I'm not going to give you the restaurant name because then you kind of know where I live, but restaurant and no 4 times the points. That's really, really annoying that you have to be this diligent in your statements, because if not, they're gonna be robbing you of points. And for $87, that's a lot of points. If it was like McDonald's and I spent $2, I wouldn't care, but I do want 4 times the points on that $87. And then I bought my sister something from eBay, $10.69, which my mom was supposed to reimburse me for. There's a lot of, oh, have your sister put on her card and I'll cash out you the money, or I'll give you the money, and that doesn't seem to be happening. So mom, when you watch this video, I'm gonna need my money, you know. But and then my mom bought her and my sister bubble tea for $13.50, and they got 4 times the points on that. How do you get the 4 times the points on bubble tea? But you know what I really think it is? Oh man, since April 5th is the ending of this week, I spent yesterday $69 at Market Basket for my grandmother, which she did pay for herself, but it's just on my card because hello, 4 times the points. And then I think it's with the code. So you know how if you're a business owner in your store, you have to create like a code or something. You have to select a category for your store so that when it occurs on someone's credit card, they get the points for it. So if the way the business set their store up or restaurant up, their code is not correct, I think that when it posts to your credit card, it doesn't register with the credit card that this is a restaurant, even though their name is whatever restaurant. Something is not right in the back end. So I think that's just what happened with that, but that's still really annoying. Oh, and let me tell you what the total was, because I just exited out of that. $2,837.09, but I had a $445 credit, so the total is $2,391.43. I would say about half that is my charges, and the other half, most of it's from that $1,400 JetBlue charge for the tickets, but $352 of that is mine. So yeah, my mom's probably spent maybe like $1,500, and the rest is mine for that week. So, but that's a lot for a week, especially getting, you know, 3 times the points and 4 times the points for most of it. I have to call them because they're not about to rob me of my points. And right now, this video should be going up pretty soon. You get 30% more Hilton Honors points when you transfer, so I just want to let you guys know about that, just in case you're not familiar. And I would just give you like a quick tip is make sure you are going into your AMEX account and looking at the transfer partners, because they do run promotions. I wouldn't say like frequently, but when they do, you don't want to miss them, because that's a pretty good deal. And just making sure you're staying on top of your statements, because you don't want to be missing out on points, because points is free trips. There's nothing better when you book your first flight with just points. I'm telling you, you're gonna be wanting to spend money anywhere you can on anything. You're not even gonna care. That sounds really reckless, but I know some people's minds work like that. Just make sure you don't get yourself into a lot of trouble, because it's possible. Okay, so that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.